The Kia Sorento is all new for the 2021 model year, and Kia is offering a number of trim levels as well as engine options. Sitting at the top of the lineup is the Kia Sorento SX X-Line. So in today's video, we're going to go for a drive with the SX X-Line and see what it has to offer. We'd like to thank the folks at JTs Kia in Rock Hill, South Carolina for letting us spend some time with this 2021 Kia Sorento SX X-Line. JTs Kia has a nice selection of new and used vehicles, so if you're in the market for a new vehicle, certainly check out the folks at JTs Kia. So in today's video, we are going to do something a little bit different. Because we have spent some time with the Kia Sorento already, we're not going to go into as much detail about the Sorento overall as we normally would. Instead, we're going to focus more on what you get with the X-Line. If you're more interested in getting an overall view of the Kia Sorento, be sure to click the link in the description below as well as in the pop-out banner. We've also spent some time with the Sorento EX Hybrid, so be on the lookout for that video as well. The Kia Sorento SX X-Line appearance package builds upon the SX Prestige trim, which starts at $40,590. That price is nearly $2,000 cheaper than the last generation Sorento SX V6. Adding all-wheel drive to this newest Sorento gets you the X-Line package for $2,000, bringing the MSRP up to $42,590. In Kia's lineup, that's roughly $4,000 cheaper than a Telluride with all-wheel drive and SX trim. The X-Line package adds a number of changes to the Sorento, which we will go over throughout this video. The one we have here is a 2021 Kia Sorento SX X-Line painted in Aruba Green. Starting with the color, the Aruba Green paint is exclusive to the X-Line trim and I quite like it. In terms of design, the SX X-Line receives more rugged styling features. The front is dominated by the wide and tall grille, which does well to showcase Kia's tiger nose design. The mesh opening comes with the dark hyper silver paint. The entire front bumper is different than the S, SX, and EX models and adds a more rugged appearance. The bumper is similar in design to the one you will find on the base LX trim. The three middle trims and hybrid Sorentos have a sportier bumper. The X-Line has full LED headlights including turn signals versus the halogen turn signals on lower trims. The headlights are also upgraded from reflectors to projector style. On the lower part of the bumper are LED fog lights. Moving to the side, you can get a good look at the Sorento's boxy proportions. Kia said they wanted the Sorento to look more like big boxy old-style SUVs and not so much like a curvy crossover. The door handles are body-colored. The mirrors, which are power-operated, also have an LED turn signal and power folding. There's a styling feature on the Sorento below the A-pillar, and with the X-Line trim, there's an X-Line badge. Although it's unlikely owners will be doing any off-roading, the X-Line trim adds over 1 inch of ground clearance for a better approach and departure angle. The X-Line rides on 20-inch wheels, which is the largest wheel size ever available on a Sorento. The wheels have a graphite-like finish versus the gloss black finish found on the SX Prestige without the X-Line package. The roof rail is larger and overall adds to the rugged appearance of the Sorento X-Line. In total, the Sorento is nearly 4 inches taller when equipped with the X-Line package. Out back, the Sorento's styling is similar to the larger Telluride. Like the Telluride, the Sorento's badging comes in the form of large lettering centered on the lower portion of the rear deck. Although the rear taillight assembly is virtually the same as other trims, the lighting on the X-Line is upgraded to LEDs. Like the front, the rear has a more rugged bumper with cladding for durability and does away with the exhaust-style design found on mid-trim models. Instead, the X-Line has a solid, smoother bumper with a single large exhaust underneath. Overall, the styling of the Sorento with the X-Line package looks great. There are other paint options available. I think the Aruba Green is my favorite. Kia has done enough to this exterior to really set it apart from other Sorentos. Getting into the Sorento can be done using the key you see here, or by pressing the button on the door handle. The Sorento X-Line does have a remote start button. There's also a proximity sensor that will unfold the mirrors as you approach the vehicle with the key in your pocket. While we think the interior of the Sorento is good on lower trims, the SX Prestige with the X-Line package takes things up a few levels. There are several things that make this the case. First are the quilted leather seats. This particular vehicle has the $200 rust package, which adds the rust color to the leather. There's the upgraded wood-like trim that adds a level of luxury. Kia's 10.25-inch display certainly adds to the premium feel of this interior. But more than anything from the driver's perspective is the addition of the 12.3-inch Supervision display. The display really pushes the interior of the Sorento into the luxury crossover territory. The Sorento also has the distinction of being the first crossover in Kia's lineup that uses the digital screen. Combined with the media display, the center dash looks noticeably higher tech than in lower trims. The sound system comes in the form of a Bose 12-speaker audio system with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Below the center touchscreen are buttons for the dual-zone climate control. Kia has a mixture of tactile buttons and capacitive touch buttons for these controls. Below the climate controls, you will find a compartment with USB connectivity and a wireless phone charger. The front seats are both heated and ventilated, and the driver and passenger each receive power adjustments for the seats. On the lower part of the console, you will find buttons for the drive mode selector. The X-Line has a more advanced all-wheel drive system with the addition of snow mode. With the digital dash, as you select different drive modes, the graphics on the display change. Although the layout is pretty much the same, the transitions can be quite dramatic. There's also a center locking differential. Behind the mode selector are buttons for the heated steering wheel, auto hold, hill descent, the parking brake, the parking cameras and sensors, and auto start stop. The material quality and layout of the front part of the Sorento are very good for this class of crossovers, with plenty of soft touch materials on upper surfaces. The two lower trims of the Sorento get second row bench style seating, but hybrid Sorentos and the EX and higher trims get captain's chairs. Just like the front seats in this X-Line with the rust package, the second row seats are wrapped in rust-colored quilted and perforated leather. Second row passengers also get USB and 12-volt connectivity and climate control vents. The quality of materials overall in the second row is just as good as the quality up front. Getting into the third row is easily done with the one-touch buttons on the second row seats. Third row space is good for smaller children. While adults will find the headroom is okay, the third row is short on legroom. Considering a number of crossovers the Sorento will compete against don't offer a standard third row, it's nice to have the option. Rear passengers also get USB connectivity, and there are buttons to let down the second row seats. Out back, you can gain access to rear cargo space. The X-Line has a powerlifting tailgate with height adjustment control. Cargo space is tight with the third row seats up, but again, having the option for more cargo space or more passengers is a plus in my opinion. Letting down the seats is easy to do. With the third row down, the Sorento offers 45 cubic feet of cargo space and 75.5 cubic feet with the second row down. Underneath the floorboard, you will find additional storage, as well as a jack. Underneath the Sorento, you will find a spare tire. The Kia Sorento X-Line comes with a push-button start. Let's press the button and start it up. I did find it interesting that the SX X-Line doesn't have a strut to help hold open the hood like lower trims. Either way, the Sorento SX X-Line is powered by a 2.5-liter turbocharged inline-4. The engine makes 281 horsepower and a very hefty 311 pound-feet of torque. The output with the 8-speed dual-clutch transmission and all-wheel drive make for solid straight-line performance. Kia and Hyundai's new third-generation N3 platform underpins the 2021 Sorento, and I found it to be well planted, with good damping, and the ride is smooth and comfortable. In this trim with the larger wheels and additional ground clearance, you definitely have a commanding view of the road. Steering in the Sorento is light but direct, and does tighten up if you place the crossover into sport mode. Kia says the 311 pound-feet of torque is class-leading, which we believe. The Sorento actually makes more torque than the larger Telluride's V6. That makes the Sorento SX X-Line a full 2 seconds quicker to 60 than crossovers equipped with the base 4-cylinder. At over 4,000 pounds, the Sorento isn't light, so the acceleration isn't earth-shattering, but mid-RPM pulls and passing power can be eye-opening. Kia has been pushing to add as many safety features and driver's aids to their vehicles as possible, and the 2021 Sorento is no different. One standout feature is the digital blind view cameras. When you activate your turn signals, the Sorento uses the cameras underneath the side mirrors to give you a clear view of what's behind you and beside you. It's another example of how the digital cluster adds to the levels of technology in this crossover, and we definitely look forward to Kia adding it as an option to other vehicles in their lineup. It seems like every other month, Kia is ushering in a new generation for their cars and SUVs, which includes bold styling, new technology, and safety features. This 2021 Kia Sorento is the latest example. In this top-spec X-Line trim, Kia is giving consumers a lot to like. It's honestly hard to find many flaws with this particular trim, as the top trims are actually cheaper than the outgoing generation, but are improved in a lot of ways. Sure, we could go through the options list and complain about not having a head-up display or memory seats, but in reality, while not having those features may turn a few buyers away, they aren't what move vehicles off the lot. Instead, focusing on good pricing, design, and build quality has proven to be a winning combination for Kia. So if you're looking for a crossover that straddles the mid-size to compact segments, it's definitely worth going for a test drive with the all-new 2021 Kia Sorento. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. You can also find us on Instagram at rideXdrive.